Good evening, everyone. My name is Katie Beverly, and I'm here with, after a long wait, another Inspiring Connect episode. Tonight, we'll be talking with Dennis Mishler about his role on the board as the Outreach Vice President, as well as how he came to CCS and what CCS can do for any new members out there wanting to join. So, Dennis, can you tell us a little bit about how you first found CCS?
Well, for years now, I've sung in the choir at church, and that all changed when COVID occurred. Uh, Singing at church in the choir was a great outlet and great for my mental health. And then all of a sudden, along came COVID, and that kind of shut that down. But even before that, uh, a member of our church thought I would be a good fit for Circle City Sound, and the name of that person was Jim Souter. And I can't say that Jim Souter pestered me, but he was very persuasive in saying, "You would love it. You would be the kind of person that would fit in with Circle City Sound." And it's not that I didn't believe him, I just didn't know if I could commit to that yet. Jim died in 2020, just before the pandemic started, or around the time, and and then I started winding down in my career and ready to work part time or semi-retired. And as the pandemic started winding down, Jim Souter was whispering into my ear, or at least that's what I thought, and it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't go away. And I finally sat down at this very computer station and typed a letter to Circle City Sound asking how I could get involved and participate and possibly even join. And Jerry Truxell sent me a letter back the very next day. And before I knew it, on a Tuesday after the Memorial Day festivities, there I was at Circle City Sound. And my God, did I find out something new? I was the student all over again because these songs were difficult. And what I looked at on the page was different than what the director was doing. Our notes were starting low and going up and around, and we were holding longer than I thought we were going to on the page. So I learned that barbershop was unlike anything I'd really experienced in a choir. And I went home that night and said to Patty, after standing for 3 hours, "I don't know if I can do this." Patty, my wife. And she said, "Just keep showing up." And so I did. And after a couple rehearsals and some encouragement from Larry Anthony that I could do this isn't just that hard. Look at that guy. He's 83 and he can do it. You can do this. So after a couple of rehearsals, I was hooked, and that was it. And I hope everybody has that kind of experience where all of a sudden they're hooked. And I do remember my first rehearsal. A member came up to me and said, "There's something really special about getting together like this every week with a group of men and singing together. And I hope you join." And by God, was he ever right about that? So that's how I became a member. And it was easy for me to feel like I was now a barber shopper and that I would be for the rest of my life. So I just keep doing what my wife tells me to do most of the time. And she said, "Just keep showing up." So that's what I do. And then later, at the end of the calendar year of 2023, there was a board opening that came up, and thought, outreach. That's that's the kind of thing I would like to do. So I volunteered, and no one else did. So I remember Larry Anthony beside me gasped when he heard I was going to be accepting that position on the board. But it was tailor made for me because I do have my fingers out there in various things to be able to get things done. And I'm the king of emails sometimes. I don't have any problem sitting down and typing up emails to bother members or drive them crazy. I'm not sure which it is. But that's how it all came about. That whirlwind of a year that kind of finished just a few weeks ago as we paraded down the streets of Indianapolis in the Indianapolis 500 parade. And that was kind of a culmination of a lot of work that I and others put in to have a good time in between all that rehearsal that we do.
Yeah, so Dennis, thank you for sharing your story. I wanted to ask, what are three goals you have as Outreach VP moving forward?
Well, the first goal is to be a culture for service, that we can do things for some of the least of our brethren, to bring music to them, help lift their spirits, to the poor, unfortunate souls that find themselves in a nursing home or a hospital or a homeless shelter, or people in a church that are feeling a little discouraged or depressed. Music is so powerful. So, number one goal is bring and use the power of the music to lift people up. Uh, Second goal is to, by doing that, increase the publicity and exposure of our course so we get more and more opportunities to do more and more culture for service. So, and in a sense, the more we give, the more we get back. And so the more we practice, the better we get, the more we perform. I have a theory, the more we perform, the more motivated we are to practice to do better and fine tune our capabilities as much as possible. And then the third goal is to increase everyone's individual's self-esteem and mental health because when you sing individually and notice that you're getting better, it's even more powerful when you sing in a chorus or a group. And hi, Patty. Hi. Thank you for the drink. Uh, uh, there's something about getting better and having a common goal together as a group. And I remember when my kids were in marching band, I admired what they're doing, but I was also a little envious of the experience they were having where they would take 150 people, a marching band, and focus on a common goal. And it was just so good for them and good for the parents that enjoyed it as well. So that's the same way with the chorus. Maybe we got 50, maybe we got 60, maybe we got 40, but focusing on a common goal and then achieving it is really good for all of our self-esteem and all of our mental health. And as we get older, uh, maybe when we were younger and working ourselves to death, we didn't do the things that we thought. We didn't stop to think, is this important enough that it's going to be good for my mental health? When you're in the last quarter of your life, you start thinking of it more. So let me go back. First goal is to increase outreach, to increase service to the community. Second goal is to get better as a chorus through more performances. And the third goal is to increase our self-esteem and our mental health, which I have no doubt people can challenge me about that. They can ask me to find research studies, and I can, to prove that, but it's true.
Awesome, Dennis. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I have actually two final questions for you. So
Okay.
the first is, what would you tell someone that you wanted to join CCS or were inviting them to join CCS? What's one sentence you would tell that person?
At CCS, we have fun and fellowship. If you want to have fun and fellowship, come. If you're not sure after one rehearsal, just keep showing up. It's a blast to be a part of this group and working hard every day, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, it can be a real drag. It's a big commitment to rehearse every week. It's a big commitment to practice, but the dividends are so much greater than the cost, and it's so much fun. If you don't like music and don't like to sing, there might be a problem, but anybody can sing. Anybody can sing. And how well can they sing? Well, as well as they practice and repeat things over and over again. Some people it's easier to do, and others it's harder to do, but we can all end up in the same place. So anybody, that's the thing I would tell, anybody can sing, and it's a blast, and it's great for our soul, it's great for our spirit, and I don't want to ever stop doing it. That's how
Awesome.
important it is.
Awesome. We don't want to ever stop having you around. So, my last question, what are you most looking forward to with CCS in the next 12 months? So, for month 13 to 24 for you, what are you most looking forward to?
Well, that's a tough question. So let me just pause a little bit. What I'm hoping is that our chorus, and people get confused about this. Are you a barbershop quartet, or what are you exactly? We're a barbershop chorus that we hope has lots of barbershop quartets in it. So what I want is, and this may be selfish, but I want our chorus to have at least 4 quartets to draw from, to be able to go sing at a funeral, go sing for the down and out, the poor unfortunate souls that are trapped in a bed in a hospital or a healthcare facility, and with maybe a 1 or 2 days notice, be able to just say, we're going to go and go do that. So the goal is to be able to do outreach quickly and easily for the people that need the power of music to lift up their head, lift up their hearts, and help them heal. Another goal for the next 3 months, 12 months, the next 12 months is to have more exposure through the media. I want to be able to do things that are so attractive that we start finding ourselves on television or more social media, so that the young people look at it and say, wow, maybe I want to be a part of that. So I want more young people to be tempted to join. I want our chorus to be so attractive that the young people will come join, because us older people aren't going to get any younger. So I hope that we can turn on the TV and see people from our chorus singing Valentine's to their loved ones, for example. If I haven't gotten us on TV before then, I want us to be on TV at least for that, that we're doing something in the community that lifts people's spirits, besides getting roses for Valentine's. Wow, somebody just sang to me. Some of the songs we sing in the chorus, I think, if that song was sung to me, I'd cry. So anyway, I guess that's a goal, to make people cry with tears of joy.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, being sung to in barbershop is always a wonderful thing. So
I'll say one more thing about barbershop. Until you've done it, you have no idea. I had no idea how remarkable it is until I started doing it one week after another. And when you see a quartet, it doesn't matter if it's men or women, when you see a quartet sing in harmony and are together in harmony, there isn't anything quite else like it, is there, Katie?
there isn't. Dennis, thank you so much, as I was saying, for being on our Inspire and Connect episode. I really appreciate you sharing your story with us and your goals for the future of our great chapter and our great chorus. Thank you to all our audience for checking out this episode. We hope that you will check out the rest of our over 20 Inspire and Connect episodes, as well as look for new episodes in the future. Again, we're always looking for new members, so please feel free to check us out.
And is that it, or can I say one more thing?
You can say one more thing.
This is to my chorus. Thank you for letting me be a part of you.
Aw, thank you so much.